man. You're so bad at this.
This is hard. Okay, so anyway, you're telling the story about the drafting grandpa, communist Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Akong, he went to college in Taiwan, got an undergrad, and then he got drafted.
Yep.
And he was in charge of exercises for the whole island for some reason, which is hilarious. So he could just like sign an order and just be like, everyone does push-ups today. Yep. He didn't know anything about exercise, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
But still, everyone had to do push-ups. The entire army had to do push-ups.
Yep.
But when he went to do masters in Toronto, like a couple of years later, or maybe like a decade or something later, he because it was still ruled by the Kuomintang, you had to apply for an exit visa. And he applied, and because he already got accepted, he applies for the exit visa, and just nothing happens. So he calls up the office. He's like, "Why isn't this going through?" They're like, "I don't know. Come in person." He goes in person, and they're like, "Oh, when you were in the army, you had a disciplinary action against you for something like 10 years before, some sort of like stupid insubordination thing, and they wouldn't let him leave the country."
You've told me the story before, but I forgot it. So please continue.
Yeah, so he's like, "Oh shit, I can't go get my master's degree. I can't get out of the country." So he calls up his old commanding officer, who by this time is like a general, and he's like, "Hey, I need your help to get out of the country." And that guy's like, "All right." He pulls some strings. His visa comes in the mail like the day before school. Like he goes to Canada, and it's like then all of his Canada stories.
Wow.
So he knows some high up people, which is just kind of the nature of being old and doing business and being a professor and this sort of thing. But I don't think they would be the most helpful.
No. If you knew those people in America, it would be perfect.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
Yep.
And see, now we need more relatives that just have worked like manufacturing jobs, but we don't have those.
Yeah.
So yeah, how do we find businessy types?
Well, in Thanksgiving, we're going to have like a whole bunch of sort of relatives, and they're going to have a whole bunch of other sort of relatives. So we could just like, during Thanksgiving, say, "Hey, does anyone know someone in this field?" That's not for several weeks.
What is our plan for Thanksgiving? I don't even know about this.
Oh, so Nick's throwing dinner, and we're also throwing... Nick's throwing dinner with his friends and family, and Mom's going to throw one for ours on like a different day in the 4 days. And hopefully that'll all work out.
Okay, but wait, who is coming to our Thanksgiving then?
I don't know, but there'll be a bunch of family.
Are you sure? Because I can't... Like, Mom's side of the family in this state is me, you, and Mom.
And Shumei. But also we're going to have, like, Nick and Psyche.
Okay. So there's a lot of overlap.
Okay, well, we'll find some people. Okay, in the meantime, we shouldn't look into that, but we should throw that out once it comes up. We shouldn't count on that. That's really not a lot of people, now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Wouldn't this be great if people were watching our stream? Because then someone could just go up and say, "Hey, we know factory work."
That would be super handy. Maybe I'll post on Reddit. I don't know. Reddit's a great source.
Yeah, a pity. Actually, that would be really good.
Are factory workers?
Well, there's a whole bunch of... Yeah, and like there's also a bunch of Reddit startup forums, so you could just say, "Hey, does anyone know someone in factory work?" so that we can ask if this is reasonable.
It's more importantly, somebody in human resources.
Oh, yeah. Does anyone know someone in human resources?
I mean, everybody knows somebody in human resources, except usually dealing with HR is like a shitty experience, and you can't just be like, "Hey, talk to this random startup."
Here's the hard part. Do you have a friend in human resources?
Yeah. Who has friends in human resources? Nobody has friends in human resources. I don't know. Let's go. Let's check.
I know I used to have a friend in human resources, but I forgot who they were.
You're terrible at social interaction.
I had enough social interaction to know that they worked in human resources.
Well, okay, that's good. There are 2,300 people subscribed to our human resources.
To Reddit human/human resources?
Yeah, reddit.com/r/human resources.
Okay, cool. So right now you should write something and say, "Hey, we think we can do something with repetitive strain injuries, like do this except write it properly. And would anyone like to help us, help people?" Because that's what human resources does.
That's what human resources is supposed to do. actually just a administrative nightmare.
Yeah, but everybody likes taking a job that's terrible and doing what you're supposed to do with it.
Except the people that don't, which are the reason why HR is so terrible.
Okay, well, yeah, but there's got to be some good people in human resources.
I don't know. We'll find out. I mean, I'm also finding the intersect of human resources and Reddit.
There are some good people. Look, there's lots of good people on Reddit, and there's lots of good people in human resources.
Okay, we just need to find one.
Yes.
Okay. I'll post something.
Okay, cool. We'll see
I guess
how this goes.
I'll post on, I don't know, Reddit cashiers?
And there's a few different Reddit places you could... There's a number of different Reddit places that could plausibly look for someone like this.
There's an Ask Reddit. Cashiers of Reddit. Ask Reddit. So much, it's just Ask Reddit.
And also there might be some factory work. Oh, did you ever take a look at the shoplifting Reddit feed? It's really interesting.
What?
No, not that I plan on shoplifting, but, there's this whole Reddit forum on shoplifting, and, they help each other and give tips on shoplifting. And one of the main links they often link to is, the people who go after shoplifters. Those are two very well-related forums.
Okay. Wait, welcome to Shoplifting. If you're here to preach morals, enjoy your very brief stay. If you're here to learn and share, please help contribute to our wonderful community of allegedly corrupt and soulless individuals. For the affluent, it can be kleptomania or thrill-seeking. For the poor, it means feeding a family or drug addiction or simply boredom.
See, anyone can do it. But we're talking about human resources right now.
Yeah. Got apprehended, it went okay. Advice on lifting. Do you even lift?
Oh, did you ever see the Do You Even Lift video? It's only funny for people who lift.
That's going to be one of the questions that they ask us at Y Combinator, is do you even lift?
Oh, yeah, I lift, you don't.
I know.
Okay.
Which is good.
Wait, are we talking about shoplifting or weightlifting right now?
No, weightlifting.
Okay, I didn't realize when we changed the subject.
Yeah.
I felt like we changed, but I couldn't tell when.
Yeah. But it's great. That's actually a completely feasible interview question, and I will be disappointed if they don't ask it.
Me too. Neither of us box, though, which will be unfortunate.
It's okay. Yeah, but it's okay. Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
And to talk to some people and be able to answer questions better.
And I'm not going to do any of this because I'm going to be focusing on prototype.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Okay, I think that's all.
Alrighty, later, over and out. I'll post this. Also, thanks for sending the email. I'll post that one, and in an hour, our YouTube channel will be good to go with basic stuff.
What email?
ArsTechnica.
Oh, yeah, I need to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're probably going to ignore us, but that's fine. But this is really the kind of thing that they write about. This is very, very much what they write about.
Yeah, I'm gonna go read some ArsTechnica and send an email.
Later, bye.
Wait, what?
Okay, how do I talk to you again? You said wait?
Yeah. So when I email ArsTechnica, I'm like, hey, we're an open source company. And then they're going to be like, okay, what do you do? And I'll be like, we build Tourette's.
Say we're an open source startup.
Okay. It's still pretty hard to define what we do, though.
We build motion sensors, and you know what? It might be funny just to say that we're kind of vague right now, but we shouldn't. Say that we're designing a... Are we allowed to say that we're allowed to say we're doing Tourette's? We already have on at least one stream that we're doing Tourette's.
Yeah, so I sent in preempting this, I sent an email to Kaiser and was like, hey, we're making progress. We need to drum up business. Is it okay if we talk about you? Mm-hmm. And I haven't gotten a response yet.
Okay.
So maybe wait until Monday until we can use Kaiser's name.
We don't want to use Kaiser's name.
Well, yeah, I guess we don't have to, except when we're like, our coolest project is Tourette's right now, because I think our coolest project is Tourette's.
But they did want to keep it secret. Now I'm really confused. I don't know enough about academia to know what we're supposed to do in this situation.
So here's the thing. They want to keep it secret from other labs, except it's not going anywhere right now. So keeping it secret is dumb, and I will not let them just keep it a secret indefinitely.
I agree. Keeping something secret that you're not doing is stupid.
Yeah. So we never agreed. Like, secrecy was never the policy. The policy was we don't talk to other labs from a business standpoint.
Totally.
Like, we don't go find other people to work with because, like, they're the best people to work with and we're going to run into the same problem.
And they told us don't tell other tech people about this, but
Did they?
they mentioned in our meeting don't tell other tech people about this because they'll steal your idea, but that's our problem, not theirs, and that's one that we really don't need to worry about because of how this stuff works.
Yeah.
Because ideas aren't the big thing in this industry.
Yeah, ideas are very important in academia.
Yeah.
They're not so important here.
Yep.
So, should I wait until Kaiser's response, or should I just email shit out to ArsTechnica?
I think you should just send stuff out to ArsTechnica because we need to move fast.
Okay, ArsTechnica and, like, everybody else that writes about science.
Yeah, ArsTechnica is really the big one. They're basically like the tabloids of technology.
Yeah, I was reading it. It was, like, not very deep.
Yeah, I read them way too much, but this is exactly the place they go.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, and, like, we have a Y Combinator interview, so this is good. Like, it's, like, that alone is worth... It doesn't matter what we're doing. We have a Y Combinator interview.
Yeah, so the important things to tell them are, A, we have a Y Combinator interview. B, we're an open source company, which they would just get a kick out of that on its own. C, all of our code is also open source, but don't send them a GitHub link. They don't care.
Is this conversation recorded?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to send them a link to this video.
Okay, yeah, totally. Send them a link to this video. I also sent a really quick intro video. Like, that is just me staring at a phone. So I saw that one. Yeah, so I'm going to rename that category to vlog. And
Should I really send them this one? Because I was like...
You can send them this one. You can totally send them this one.
No, but I was making fun of ArsTechnica.
What?
Which is kind of... I was making fun of ArsTechnica.
So was I. That's fine.
There you go. Okay. This is getting really meta.
Okay, cut the meta. Meta's not useful to us. Meta doesn't make you money. So...
Okay, yeah, I'll just write them down.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're, like, even going to watch this whole video. Like, they'd have to watch for a while to get to this point.
That'd be... I don't know. We'll see how good their journalism, how deep their journalism actually is.
And you know what? I think they would totally get a kick out of this meta stuff. If they took it seriously enough to get to this point in the video, they'd like it.
Yeah, we're doing it again.
What?
We're doing it again.
Okay, right. So yeah, send them an email. The important things to cover are open source company, which they'll get a kick out of, that we got an interview at least to Y Combinator, which is enough to give us credibility, at least for them.
Ooh. Yeah.
And that we're building, just say we're building a Tourette's thing using, oh, by the way, we're also using open source hardware. We're an open source company with open source hardware and open source software.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, great, got it, I'll do it. On a completely unrelated note, because we have one of the earliest interviews, we have expensive plane tickets, which means we're paying $180-something out of pocket that Y Combinator's not covering.
Oh, that's fine.
And I tried to get them to cover it, but they didn't.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We could take the Bolt bus instead.
That will take an extra 8 hours each way. I have school. I'm missing 2 classes already.
You could put me on a Bolt bus. No, we should do this together so we can plan.
$80 is not worth 16 hours in a Bolt bus.
Point.
Yeah. So we're just gonna do this like normal people.
Okay, sounds good. 196
okay,
it is. That's fine. Alrighty. Later, over and out. I'll post this and send you a link immediately.
Okay.